Welcome to Strategy and Tea, episode 5. Our guest today is Rachel. She's a confidence and high performance coach, and she's going to share with us how confidence can help online course creators. So, welcome, Rachel. Thank you for accepting my invitation and being here.
Thank you as well. It's a great honor to be here as your guest. I'm so happy. Yes, thank you.
Thank you. So, please tell us about your story and how you got involved in confidence coaching.
Yes, I think there's a quite a story because maybe if you hear me, probably you're gonna be the pick up from my accent. So I'm originally from Korea, South Korea, and then I'm living in Melbourne, Australia. So my story starting when I come here. So it's before 6 years ago when I came here and from Korea to here for love. And then I think I came here with a lot of the optimistically floppy mind. So everything gonna be perfect and fine. And that made me hot moment. What I mean by that is back before I have my business from Korea, it's a good like a business about the personal brand image casting, and it was a quite successful and great. So I was like, oh, going well. But I decided to come here. So I was kind of I can't just let it go. So I starting that continue from my brand, the brand image casting from Korea. I launched it. However, the first year I think that time was my one of the darkest moment in my whole life so far. The reason why is I think back then, now I think everyone aware of the Korea very well, thanks to BTS and then Korean fried chicken. Well, back then I think still in Melbourne, Australia was not much. So what I had to face was first is a lot of the discrimination, and then it wasn't hard, but it was still ouch for me. And then normally I had a really high self-esteem and the confidence from Korea. And then there was kind of people known for this. Oh, Rachel is really confident. Oh, she's good. But when I hear, I think every second, every time I just propose and I just share my idea and through my business, through even my personal life in Australia, I got constantly rejected and ignored.
Mhm.
Say no, and they don't want me, and then I didn't have a friends. I didn't have any the bachelor or any experience in the studying experience here, and I didn't. Of course, I didn't have any work experience here, so no one can refer me. So I think a lot of even though some job consultants say that it's really hard for me to settle down here. So even for as a career wise, even for business wise, it was really hard, really hard. And then nearly 1 year, I kind of course, my that business failed. And then I think even for myself, the confidence was go down. Because if you're going to keep hearing no, sorry,
Yeah.
so no, then what should I do? And then I seriously thought of that maybe should I back Korea? I just I couldn't handle anymore. It's too much. And after that, I think is I just thought, okay, I made a decision. Two options. Option one, I seriously gonna be back to Korea. I can't handle it. Or option two, maybe one last try. And after that, now my current husband Jay, I think he encouraged me. Now let's try one more time. I support you no matter where you go, and then just so we can make it up. So, okay, let's try. And then that time I just okay, all right, what I have to do, what I gonna do. Seriously dig deeper into myself. And because before I think I always just assume expecting my own way, but I think okay, let's make myself the analyze, to make the analysis. So think about asking myself, okay, Rachel, what do you want? What do you really want? This is my life. This is your life. This is my purpose, my choice. So what do you really want? And there must be a reason you starting the business very first. I just ask myself. And then I starting asking myself and I keep writing down. And after that, okay, I really want to help people because that's made me happy. And then when I hear from people say thank you to me and I can still positive change it just make my day, my time so happy. Okay,
I
so
totally get that. Yeah.
exactly. And since then, I think of course, in between, still like a little bit fluctuate up and down. So I finally decided to, okay, I think coaching is probably my way to go. And then in terms of coaching, what I should start, because at that time I still didn't have any degree for in here. So how I need probably proper qualification, really proper one. So I started studying in coaching training for 2 years. And finally, after that, it's time to ask myself again, what do you want? What do I want more specifically? And then what I'm good at, what other people compliment on what I'm good at, and then what I feel natural and comfortable, and then just so naturally share. And that was all come down to before I heard a lot, I'm confident. And then that's actually I help for people to do the personal image constantly more confident. Okay, maybe confidence it is. And starting from that, I think confidence is self-esteem for me quite abstract because I can't see, not tangible, right? Because people love tangible, like can see visibly. Okay, how can I let them see and feel that the changing? That's why I think I found high performance because I'm known for also planning nerd. I love everything the planning, and then not just the planning, I must fulfill whatever on my checklist. I feel so happy when I cross, and yes, and that's why whenever I went to the traveling, and people ask me, "Do you plan?" That they trust because on my spreadsheet, I just every single thing and tick, and then for me, I always follow the plan and actually I fulfill. So I think I'm good with this, and then a lot of people like struggling with this one. Okay, I'm gonna connect. So confidence gain first, and I can transfer that to the actually show them put into the action. So they can actually make the performance and fulfillment, and they can feel, oh, my checklist keep ticking off, not just the post point. Then I think, okay, good connection, good link. I'm gonna do this one. And since I decided one, moving forward. So with the focusing that to link with the confidence high performance coach. So that's how my story ended for now. Yeah.
That's lovely. I love that you connect the abstraction of confidence with the taking action of how to perform well and in a nice level. So I love this connection that you made. It's this entrepreneurship is always this roller coaster where we have a lot of ups and downs, and one of the things that we need to get used to is to have this travel and this journey. So I love that you share that with us. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm glad you like my story.
So now let's go a bit to the connection with the online course creators. So in your opinion, how can confidence coaching help an online course creator?
I think when I just thought of that, because since we chose the topic, and I think normally I like simplify, because when I explain, I want to just in simple way to people aware more. So I think confidence is again when they hear confidence, yes, this is important, people. But thing is, people actually don't feel from their skin. So I think they think, okay, confidence, maybe they always, especially their business journey, they're actually more focusing actual skill part, tactic part than technique. And then the confidence is maybe they can, a bit later, it's fine. But I just want to highly emphasize on this one. Confidence is actually not optional, but must have. It's even for the course creators. Why? Because I thought it in two ways. When I talk about confidence to really highest, like a really long lasting confidence, we need to look into both internally and externally. Because a lot of people choose more drawn to the one other when they try to fix in their confidence. So what I mean by that is even as an online course creator, without confidence in internal content, like internally, what it means is an online course need like a really good content, and what you're gonna be content, what actual structuralize your online course, what format, and which order, and every single thing we have to just as an online course creator, we have a choice, we have a decision. But thing is, if we are not confident in our contents in ourselves, what our expert area, and actually it's hard to move on because without the confidence, of course, no clarity And of course, people gonna be see. They're also gonna confuse when they see watching. It doesn't people because the people can so easily catch not confident, not certainty. On the other hand, people drawn to confidence and certainty. So without the confidence as the creating your content for online course, that's why this confidence is so important. Without confidence in yourself, whatever you're gonna be create the inside content, actually it can be really more attractive to people, and it can be just a very abstract again, just not of and people are gonna confuse. So I think that's why in terms of internet content, when they create the online course, that's why that as a creator it's really important to start first, because this is gonna be really foundational, fundamental way to start with. Not just because without the clarity and confidence in your content, in your expert, your knowledge, and your capability, how else we can just smoothly and flawlessly make the content and then make this format and then deliver project. Yeah, that's why I think that's important. And secondly, even in terms of online course creation, no matter introvert, expert, normally I personally, when I even the study with the online course, self-paced one, I think I like the combination between video and actual presentations. So just a hybrid format. That actually I found really effective and I really like that one. And then when I ask around before I prepare these answers, I thought that people also I like that. So just a good combination of that. Which I mean by is a lot of people I found not confident in video in front of camera, and which is getting especially more important now at this moment, because the way people consume the information and when they research, people drawn to more likely to go to the finding video because that's easier and then more efficient for them to read and then consume their detail like that. So even as an online course creator, we can't neglect this part because that's what our target audience, your client, is wanting. So which means is confidence even externally when you present what you want, what you know, what you want to share, what your client really want and need from you. We have to confident in front camera, in front video. So that's without that one, it's kind of halfway to go to online course. So I think that's why the overall in two reasons, internally and externally, this confidence, setting up your highest, cultivating highest confidence, gonna be really good nutrition for you and ingredient for your high quality of online course.
Yeah, I agree with you, and I love that you put both of the side internally and externally. And one thing that I believe is for yourself, for someone else trusting you as the right person to teach them about your expertise or your topic, you will need that they trust you. And if you are not confident with yourself, will be really hard that someone else will trust you.
Exactly, because I always say that I think they're either especially video, because now I think with a Facebook Live, this is all especially all connection, right? And as you says that if you are not showing, because we are here to as an expert to share our knowledge to help them, because we know this definitely gonna be solve their problem, their point. However, we believe we know, but when you present not confidently, as you says, people not gonna trust and confuse, and then they're gonna be just a suspicious doubt, and they're not gonna trust, and they're not gonna connect. Of course, they're not gonna be client. So it's actually all connected, all linked. So also simply having the working on your confidence and show confidently just give you so many positive values.
Yeah, I totally agree. So now let's move to, could you please share with us the most common myth in your industry?
I think there are so many things handling objections, so false belief. I think number one, I think I heard most is number one is only extrovert can be confident.
Oh, that's a good one.
Because you know what, surprisingly, when I opened this, when I explained my personality, and everyone's surprised. My personality from the Myers-Briggs is INFJ. She's an introvert. So a lot of people, what? You are? Are you? I didn't think so, but yes, I am. I did test many times. It says I. And then what I just shared is a lot of people, they just, I'm not sure. I think I'm not extrovert. I'm not sure I can be just the confident. And I just, no, false belief. That's not right. That's not true. Even from my experience, hey, I'm introvert. I was a very, very shy girl. But what I can show from me as an example, and I said, confidence is not trait, it's not personality. This is not fixed feature. This is a fixable component, which is we can train, we can train our body, we can grow our muscle, same thing. Just depending train how, and that's what exactly I did for myself. That's why I think I can really from my heart, deepest heart, no. I'm introvert, you're introvert, even we all can be confident because of Rim. I think are you introvert or extrovert?
Introvert. Absolutely. Introvert.
For me, when I talk with you, just I can feel you are confident in what you know, what your expert area. See everyone, we both are introvert, but we can confident. So don't stop yourself being confident because that false belief because you are introvert and then only extrovert can be confident. No, that's not true.
Yeah. This is like leading by example. So you are the perfect example that this is possible. You can be confident and you can be totally fine on camera, even if you are introvert, even if you are shy. But if you focus on the people that you want to help and the topic that you want to share with them and how you know that will help them, then it gets easier because you are not focusing on yourself, on your fears or your doubts. You are focusing on, okay, this will help people. So I want to focus on that.
Exactly. That's why I think it comes from it's really, really important how I found the breakthrough, not just coming back Korea. If I came back Korea, I couldn't be here in front of everyone, in front of Rim, in front of you. And the reason, the biggest one that helped me a lot that time, like Rim says, they're focusing on us, which means is that if you're really mastering who we are, I think as an expert and as a personal thing, and I think it should really have to focus. We get clarity and focus, and then it brings the confidence. So it's actually can trainable, and there is a step by step, which means that we can do.
This is a skill that will help you in the business side, but also in your personal life. So it's something that if you get this skill of confidence, will help you all your life in every aspect of your life.
Exactly. It's actually, for example, it's kind of corresponding. So this is a win-win game. What means if we just in a business, like as expert in business environment, we work on the confidence. To be more confident, and then we just really work hard and grow that confidence muscle. And after that, we actually feel confident. When we're gonna be confident, people already mention about the compliment. Hey, Rim, you look today really confident. I think you know what you know. And then when you actually hear, then we can actually, another awareness, right? Identify, yeah, actually, I am more confident. So gonna be have a new belief, and then that new belief we give a new identity. And then that new identity, of course, business personal a link, right? And even in personal life, it's just gonna be transmit. So even we're gonna be continued confident. So it doesn't keep going and more confident and more confident. So it's actually, or up to you.
Yeah, absolutely. So now please talk about the biggest objection that you have to address when working with your customers.
So I think when I say they're quite always everyone, like always they have an excuse and they always are like kind of the reasons to not doing. So I think one of the biggest one was it kind of stretching from the before the false belief. Extrovert can be confident. So to be confident, it must be loud like this. And then to be confident, it looked perfect. So I think everything is it affects my clients. And out of that, I think is the most common thing I heard and I experienced from that. And then stop. I think it was perfectionism, and then and especially perfectionism, and then dig down deeper underneath of that is a fear of judgment.
Yeah.
And then I totally get it because for me, I went through that one too. I underwent that part because I always care about really how other people think. And then I think, okay, so that means I look perfect in front of camera. I had perfect makeup. I was perfect in this. I just always make myself trapped into the cage. So I think perfect. So I think what happened was even we starting, I start working with my clients, even through the coaching. Is they still have their own mind block. Even though I says fine, we are here to confident. But I think without that one, always they didn't do homework. They just keep procrastinating even throughout the coaching. I also was why is it like that? And then I actually the end, okay, I think their biggest block, even as a coach, even as a client, is this is a lot of people say the mindset is important, but I think that's true. It sounds maybe cliche, but actually that's very true. Without actually working on their part, perfectionism or fear of judgment, especially fear of judgment, I think I couldn't let them to have to the next level. Because even though I go to the step 2, step 3, they are back of their head, still back stuck in there. Still they're following, they're listening, we are sharing, but they are still, other side is, I'm not sure. Then it stopped them to actually follow my advice, follow my step, and they just got stuck there, which means not moving forward, just inaction. But that was really one of the biggest one.
Yeah, and I see the connection with this. When you procrastinate, what is the main reason? And sometimes it's that is you are stopping yourself because you are afraid of something. It could be, as you mentioned, perfectionism, but yeah, it's actually the fear of being judged and that. And there is this sentence that progress over perfection, so you get things done, but it's easier to tell than to actually take action on this, because all of us sometimes have this back to, okay, remember that, yeah, you don't need to be perfect, you need to keep moving and things will evolve, and you are practicing and training yourself and getting better, but you need to take action, otherwise you are going to stay in the same place, you are not moving.
Exactly. Also, I just love how you could share the quote is progress is over perfectionism, right? Perfection. So that's right. I think the way we are living in the present, we are not living in the future. So we have to do focus on what we can do best in our present, which is not just about the think about what if, and then just make yourself stuck in fear. Just the present moment. Okay, at least I can't be perfect, because that's being perfect is a future thing, just like a result to the end. But thing is now currently in progress, just focusing what I can do in a bad side, and then we just learn from that, and then learning from that and then get the lesson. Okay, let's do the next bad side action. They're actually step by step, and that actually giving us to the new future. Actually, they give you positivity.
Yeah, I love that. So, when it comes to confident coaching, what is your number one recommendation for your customer or clients?
I think it is number one thing is because from my background, the background of my expertise, and then also especially from my personal life experience during the entrepreneur journey, I think is really important to be personal and confidence. And especially when you personal confidence, it's we need to be like think about just one thing, how focus on one. So what I mean by that is, I think a lot of people, when they stop believing self, or they just suspicious themselves, and when they're gonna be losing their confidence. When you think about that, always a trigger by comparison to others. And then why I can't be like her? She's making like a six figure. Why I can't be like that? Why? And then just giving so many reasons, stop believing us and then less confident. So I says that, okay, it's time to find your strengths, but don't be greedy. There probably when we're gonna look into ourselves, we can just a listing of some of our strengths, but I says that always the power and the clarity focus comes the when simplify, which is one. So I says find your one signature strength you are resonate with the most, and then you can align with the most. And then that signature strength kind of they can be your light, the sharply and guidance. Wherever you are stuck in dark time, your corner, this strength gonna be give you kind of the, it's gonna be your bloodstream to be survive and thrive again. And you're gonna be okay. No matter what, she's like that. I'm not, but at least I am very confident in this part. I have this strength. I can, because we are not born to be perfect, right? We are born to be best self. We can find out the best self, finding from ourselves, not comparing others. That's why always I recommend number one, let's find your signature strengths. And then at that point, it's gonna be your great the fundamental things for you to always make you stay, and they can be just grounded yourself whenever you be strong and you're gonna shaken by others.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it together. And it's totally aligned with one of my motto, that is simplify and focus. So because you could do so many things and you could try different strategies or tactics, and then you are just trying jumping one side to other. So
Exactly.
focus on one thing, and it's the same with this. Where is your power? So this strength that you have, and don't compare with others, especially because maybe they have a team of I don't know how many people, maybe they are in the business for 10 years now, and you are comparing. Maybe you are just with yourself, starting your business and trying to get like they are doing. It's not possible and it's not fair. So be kind to yourself.
Yes. Because sometimes we are too cruel ourselves. Yeah. Cruel. No.
Absolutely. So now I will take last question for you is what is the compliment from a customer or a client that has touched you the most?
I think it is they were keyword. I think when I just think about that, okay, what actually I really get to compliment most. And then there was a keyword is a buzzing keyword was a motivation, and then actually action, and then confidence. And out of that, this one is compliment is personally, to be honest, personally, I really appreciate and make me so happy, so fulfilled, and then realize just like why I'm doing this business, why as a confidence. And then actually it was not direct to the direct to confidence. It was more like a confidence in relationship. It was still confidence, but the relationship, not business background. So what happened was I just coached with her, and then she had a really toxic relationship before back in London, and she had an ex-husband, and then she got really bullied by him a lot for nearly 2 years, and after that, she just fully lost herself. And then she back in the back Australia, and then she had so much like a trauma from that relationship, toxic relationship. And then whenever she tried, because she was really scared of men, and really she's scared of that being a serious relationship. And I'm not psychologist or counselor, so as a coach, I told her, and then she actually asked me to help her because she really tortured herself a lot. And I said, okay, but I just I'm not counselor psychiatrist or counselor psychologist, so I could help that dig deeper, but I can help the action focus and the motivation. How can you actually better out of that? And then from But I just really talk with her through the coaching and empower her and then really listen her and encourage her. And then just from that time to time and this through the experience and take time together in self coaching. And then I could see her progress little by little. But she still, of course, faced another objection herself and she tried back off. And then she tried. And then good news is that she finally just I did some like really ungenuine advice for her, and then she really have a aha, yes, maybe you're right, Rachel. And then she tried really with her bravely, and then she actually become slightly serious step with another culture her boyfriend, and then she actually finally accepted he is a boyfriend, and then she is actually okay to meet his parents and have a more expanding her that accepted relationship, and then technically she overcame her really big block. And then she actually action, and then she really now fell in love with him, and she's so happy she really be loved by his boyfriend. And then she just always, whenever she saw me, thank you, Rachel. You just changed my life, because without you, I think I could be probably stuck in that trauma and I could move forward. And then now I think I actually really love my life with him. So that was really one of the biggest, really good compliment I remember.
Yeah. And a nice reminder of why you started and what is the reason that you want to do this more. So nice. So please tell the audience how they can connect with you and learn more about you and your services.
So you can find me if you resonate with me what I'm sharing with you today, and I'm gonna be there. So how you can find me in digitalized way is that you can search me under Essence by Rachel Chung. So that's my business name. So you can find me with the Essence by Rachel Chung in the Facebook and Instagram and LinkedIn. So you can find that one, and then from the point we can connect it. So I'm definitely there for you. Yeah.
Perfect. So thank you very much for being here, for sharing all these tips and insights, and all this perspective about the confidence and how that can help online course creator, but everyone in general in the sense of our personal lives. So thank you. It was really nice to have you here, and see you soon.
See you soon. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.